thing with crypto, it's kind of like like back, I don't know if anybody remembers these statistics from when you learned how to drive, but I remember like when I was like 15, they were showing us videos of people getting in car crashes and burning alive and like what they would look like after and stuff like this. Yeah, they give us a good education. Like, don't do this.
Right? Is it Minnesota?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. But like, so it's just like one of those things that was like, hey, you could end up like this, right? Like, don't be an idiot. And like the statistic was before the age of 25, males are most likely to die in a car accident, like disproportionately compared to females, just because we like to do stupid shit and like we don't know what's stupid versus not stupid until we like gain experience, and like it's usually after 25 that we start to be like, oh yeah, that one time I almost died, so I probably shouldn't do that again. Right? But it's like you learn all those risks and you learn all the things that you should and shouldn't do, right? But like, do we still do them, right? We still take that risk some of the time. So it's like, I don't know, it's just one of those things where the market is kind of similar. Like the market is just like, I survived one cycle, so now I know that if I do like all my eggs in one basket, that I'm setting myself up for a giant, rifle bullet to the head or something if I'm wrong. But if I'm right, like I win big. So it's like, am I willing to take that risk? Well, the one time I did it the last cycle, it put me back 3 years in the cycle. So, I think I'm going to do only 10% of the bag on that move. And then I'm going to take the other 90%. I'm going to put in stuff that I know is going to win for sure. Right. And then you start hedging more, basically. And then like, if you stay for 3 cycles, then it's like, okay, that really dumbass shit, like I'm going to do it because I know I can make money on it, but I'm just going to make sure it's like even less of the portfolio. So the higher you gain, in experience and portfolio, the less risk you take, but the more you should take that high risk with that little bit of the bag versus, the younger you are in the crypto game, people tend to concentrate way too much. So it's like knowing how to concentrate without blowing up, the chemistry experiment.
Because like this is a big thing. I mean, we got a lot of like, I'd say we got a lot of blowback for this last cycle versus this. I think we've been improving right over time on this. Is that obviously you have to have concentration. You do, right? And we're gonna get back to the whole generation thing in a second. But like there is concentration, right? But this whole thing where like what people don't look into is that we're all in on one industry, which is crypto, and then it's cryptocurrency.
It's all correlated, baby.
It's a lot. It's very highly correlated. Everything has their day in the sun. There'll be
it might be uncorrelated by like a week.
Yeah, by literally by a week or something like that. Or you just got you picked a good coin and it just kept running, but it only run for a month and a half and kind of chill. Eventually, at some point, it chills out and then it just stops performing as well. But then it keeps. But over a 2-year period, you're like, oh, I killed it. And you definitely did. But that's that's kind of what happens. So I guess just the thing is like by being so concentrated in crypto, like that's kind of like you're like you're so in the forest, you don't see the trees, or you don't see the trees because of the forest, right? It's kind of like the tail wagging the dog, or the tail wagging the dog, or the dog wagging the tail, right? It's either one,